Hi, everyone. I am about to share something with you that is going to be the most important thing you've heard this year, and probably one of the most important things you need to learn throughout your life. So, have you ever wondered why you keep getting the same results no matter how hard you try to change? You work harder, you set new goals, but life keeps snapping you back like a rubber band. Have you ever wondered why there seems to be an invisible ceiling above which you can't reach? A ceiling for your income, a ceiling for your relationship satisfaction, for your overall joy and life satisfaction. And despite all of your efforts to grow and improve, you always come back to more or less the same place. Have you also noticed how some people tend to spend decades of their lives in negative patterns, such as being broke, overweight, in addictions, in dysfunctional relationships, or in jobs that they hate? They literally spend decades in these patterns, sometimes even their entire lives, despite trying to change. No matter whether you try to change or not, the results always keep coming back to a similar level for this reason. The reason is deep inside of you. The answer lies in your paradigm. Your paradigm is the invisible program that's running your life. It's not what you consciously decide, it's what's been conditioned into you. And unless you change it, you'll always keep repeating the same patterns. Now, what is a paradigm? A paradigm is nothing more than a mental program. It's a collection of habits, beliefs, and behaviors that live in your subconscious mind. Think of it like the operating system on your computer. You can press new buttons on the keyboard all you want, but if the software is outdated, your results will never change. Your paradigms run 95% of your life, and your conscious mind, your conscious behavior and decisions only run 5%. Here's the thing, your paradigms show up everywhere. It shows up with money. So you might notice that you can never break past a certain income level. And that was the case for me. So for me, it was that no matter how much I learned from great experts and I did everything that they said, circumstances would always arrange themselves so I stayed at a net income of below zero. No matter how great I was at managing my money and doing all the things I needed to do, I stayed at a negative net worth. So that might be you. You might have had something similar, or you may be in debt no matter how much you earn, right? You might increase your income, and still it seems like it's always too much month and too little money, right? Too much time and so little money. And with health, it might be that you start a new diet or you start a new fitness plan or you try to get healthy, but no matter what you do, you keep coming back to the same level of health. And that was the case for me too. I had some severe chronic illness. I had some severe stress issues that I kept coming back to despite literally for years and years and years trying to overcome it. None of that worked for me. And with self-image, you might feel like an imposter or you're doubting yourself, even though you know that you're capable, even though you know your value, you keep feeling like you're not good enough. And in relationships, it might be that you keep coming back to repeating some patterns of toxic, dysfunctional relationships. Even though you want a happy, healthy, fulfilling relationship, you might find that no matter what you do, no matter what strategies you do, no matter what guidance or books you get, you still come back to similar patterns. And with personal growth, it might be the case as it was for me that you read all the books, you do other things, you go to other programs and all the educations, and you still can't seem to make a lasting, true change. It seems like any change that you do still keeps, it's just never quite enough, right? Like circumstances just get you back to where you started from. And that is the power of paradigms. They're invisible programs pulling the strings in every area of your life. And here's the kicker. They even control external circumstances that are seemingly beyond your control. Okay. how paradigms are formed. So where does this program come from? We don't choose it, obviously. It's passed down through family, culture, schooling, and the repeated ideas in our environment. From the time we're born, our minds are being programmed, and those programs are still running our lives today. Give me the child until he's 7, and I will show you the man. That's because of the programming. Your paradigm controls everything: your income, your health, your relationships, even how much you believe you're worth. You might want to earn more money or live a better life, but your paradigm will always pull you back to the level that it's been set at, just like the thermostat in a room. This is why willpower doesn't work long term. You can diet, you can save money, you can push yourself with discipline, but unless the paradigm changes, you'll always end up back where you started. The subconscious mind is so much stronger than your conscious effort. Remember, it's 95% versus 5. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. How to change your paradigm. So how do we change it? First, we need awareness, which you're getting here. You need to be aware that this is where it's happening at. It's the paradigm that's doing it. We need to know that so we don't waste time on the surface level stuff that don't work. Then we create new paradigms through repetition and emotional involvement. And we do that through affirmations, visualization, and through study. We also shift our environment and we surround ourselves with people and ideas that support the new paradigm. And we also, mind you, we also get rid of the environment that support the old paradigm, okay? And also we make new decisions and we take action in line with the person that we want to become. Now let me share what happened for me. So not long ago, about 2 years ago, I was chronically ill and I was broke, okay? My life felt stuck in every direction. And I'm telling you, I'm someone who has spent most of my life on trying to improve, trying to optimize, trying to get better, learning all the things, doing all the things, thinking that that's going to take me where I want to go. I had all the motivation. I had all the desire, and I was stuck. I was broke. My health was an absolute mess. Okay. I was unable to work. I was unhappy. That goes without saying. I was obviously not very happy. My relationships were a mess. It was always the pattern of the same dysfunction after another. It was always just, and I did everything. I really did everything. I was so sincere in my wish for better. Okay. But this is what shifted things for me. Understanding this, changing my paradigms is what did it for me. And when I did that, everything changed. So in the first year, my income grew by about 10 times. Okay. I became financially free within a year. My relationships have shifted. The way I see myself has shifted, my self-worth, my health, how people treat me now. People treat me so well now. My sense of empowerment, because I now have the tools to create the life that I want. I'm no longer a victim of circumstance or like feeling helpless. And I used to feel really, really small. And now I feel really just empowered. I feel like my life is in my hands and I can create anything that I want. So that's a bit of my story. Here's the truth. If you want to change your life, don't just change your actions. You have to change the paradigm that's controlling the actions. And that's where the transformation happens. Not on the surface, but in the deep root. And when you do that, the changes are lasting. But unless the paradigm changes, nothing will change. Unless you change it at the root, nothing will change. And if you're ready to make this shift yourself, I'd love to help. So book a call with me today and let's see if we can work together to rewrite the paradigms that have been running your life. Okay? So book a call and let's talk.